Barbacoa. You guys see me make barbacoa before using cow tongue and cow cheek. However, I know a lot of you guys don't have access to that, or maybe if you do, you're gonna have to order it, or it's pretty expensive where you're from, right? So no problem with that. We got it worked out. And now this is something that a lot of people end up doing because, again, cuts of meats can be pretty expensive. So it's not something unnatural or anything that's not really traditional, because it can be used and it has been used quite a bit of time. So let's get to it, man. All right, boys. Got the brisket right over here. Let's see what we got. Got a fat brisket right over here, bro. But we aren't gonna smoke this thing. Well, kind of a little bit, I guess you can say. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove some of this extra fat that we have in here, bro. Almost like if you're gonna make a full pack of brisket on the smoker, almost. You just wanna get rid of some of this excess fat right over here. And that's really it, man. You don't really have to do a whole lot of anything. So now, there we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and split this in half. Why? Because I'm gonna use half of it for the barbacoa and the other half for burgers, sausages, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this side, this leaner side, for the barbacoa, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. Just like that. Now, why do I cross cut it? Well, because I still want some of that fattiness, man, from the point. If you guys ever had some really good barbacoa, you know damn well that full good and well that some of it is nice and fatty and it's rich. It's amazing, bro. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna cut just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And that is 100% okay with me. So now we're gonna put this bad boy away and we're gonna go ahead and use this for something else. Watch out for that video. All right, boys. So I just weighed this and it turns out to be 6 pounds. And that is very fantastic news. Why do I say this? Well, because if you guys haven't checked out my video right over here regarding the barbacoa that I made using cow tongue and cheek, right, to make authentic barbacoa, you'll notice that if you go and shop around one of these days for tongue or cheek or whatever, you're gonna find that it's very expensive. And at the end of the day, both the cheek and the tongue, both together, will be around 5 to 6 pounds, and you're gonna be spending a good, I wanna say maybe a good, I don't know, man, maybe around $36 or so, give or take. Whereas this one, a 15-pound packer ended up costing about $31, man. So that was it's very good. And I'm only using 6 pounds worth. So that's pretty solid. The other one I'm going to go ahead and use for burgers, sausage, or whatever the case may be. You guys already see my videos. So I'm going to cut these into portions just like this, man. They're going to be thick boys, but they're not going to be long boys, right? Except for this one. This one's kind of long, but that's fine. We can use this as the bedding a little bit, right? So no problem whatsoever. So, all right, now that we have them like this, let's go on to the next step. All right, boys, before we even get to start to put everything into a pot and let it do its thing, we're gonna go ahead and add one piece of flavor. Now, some of you guys will say, hey man, this barbacoa that I had, this Mexican place, it had a little bit of that char, a little bit of that smoky flavor. How do you do that if everything is in a pot? I'm gonna show you. So everything is up to temp, right? So now, here's what we're gonna do. You hear that? Sorry about that, gents. Ran out of memory. But here's what I was trying to get at. I'm trying to give it a little bit of that smoky flavor, but I'm also gonna try and give it a little bit of that char action, right? So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. The fire's still pretty decent. I'm letting some of that charcoal flavor permeate, but now it's time to go ahead and make some of that sizzle action. Let's do that. Now don't think that we're cooking them, bro. That's not what we're doing. We're only trying to give it some of that char, some of that real good action right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out because again, we're not trying to cook them. We're just trying to give them a little bit of that extra flavor, bro. And I'm telling you 100%, man, that this is going to be 100% worth it. Now that you got a little bit of that sear action, you see that? That's all we're trying to do, bro. That's all we're trying to do right there, bro. Just give it a little bit of that sear action. We're not cooking it. We're not doing anything like that. Give it a nice little good sear. Look at that. Just like that, bro. Just like this. Okay. So what I have here is a Lodge. I believe this is the 5 quart. I'm going to go ahead and put it right in here, just in the event that I get it wrong. But I believe this is the 5 quart, if I'm not mistaken. So what we have on the inside of this Lodge is we already got some onions, and it's only 1 onion, right? And we spread it around just like this so that the big pieces do not end up getting fried at the bottom. It shouldn't, because we're going to put deflector plates in there, but just in any event. So we're going to put this meat right in here. All of it, bro. Now this Lodge, I know I had my own questions. So with this Lodge, I had some doubts. I said, man, this is not going to fit enough meat. It's a little bit on the small side. What am I going to do? Turns out it's a perfect size for everything. All right, so now let's go ahead and put everything in. And we're going to start with 2 cloves of garlic. Normally I would do 3, maybe 4, but these are decent size. So I'm only going to use 2, 1 on each side. Boom, there you go. Now, we already have the onion in there. Now, the other thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to hit it. We're going to go ahead and hit it with some of this sazon right over here, bro. This is called El Venado Fajita Sazon Rojo. Now, I'm not going to go crazy with it, bro. But I do want to add some of that flavor in there. Just enough to cover the majority of the meat. That's about it. Now, the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit it with this beef broth. Now, I got the one from H-E-B, and but anyone would do just fine. And we're going to go ahead and use the whole thing. All of it, bro. This is going to be a very, very low and slow. I'm thinking maybe about 14, 16 hours, give or take, at 205. So there you go. Now, with this, you should still have maybe about 1.5 inches, close to 2 inches to go into the top. My thumb area is about 1 inch, and it's about 1.5 inches, close to 2 inches. So now that we have this thing going, let's go ahead and get going with the Kamado. I know it's a little bit on the dirty side, guys. I get it. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I'm going to go ahead and start using it just a little bit more. And now, close up the Lodge. Put it in here. Actually, this thing is going to have to go a little bit on this side. Let's see. Everything is closed. No problem. Fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and leave this at 205, and then we're just going to leave it there until tomorrow. So we'll see you guys then. All right, boys. So it's been a good, what was it, 13 hours? I left the temperature up at around 215 instead of the 205. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what we got. Remember, guys, it might not look like it, but this thing is hot as hell. All right? Let's see what we got. Bro, look at that. Look at this, man. Bro. Come on. Look. Oh, bro. Look at that, bro. Alright. So we're going to go ahead. Look at this, bro. If it's not like this, it's not done. Easy as pie. Alright. So let's go ahead and take this out. Let's go ahead and bring this right over here. There we go. Now let's see what we're working with, man. Oh, bro, look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this, bro. This is just fantastic. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take these out, and we are going to go ahead and put them right over here. You don't have to keep the juices, but I don't throw them away, at least not all of it. Oh, bro, it's just falling apart at this point. And what I mean by that is that oh man, because this thing has the lean part and a little bit of the point, it might need a little bit, some of this juices to rehydrate it. All right, so now that we got that going, we're gonna go ahead and chop this up a bit. Remember, we got some of this fatty and we got some of this lean action right here. So combining both of them is gonna be the best of both worlds. So let's go ahead and get started. Bro, you don't even need a whole lot. Look at that. This is lean. And we'll just mix it up with some of the fattiness. So here's what we're gonna do too. We are going to go ahead and rehydrate the meat a little bit. What do I mean by that? Well, we're gonna go ahead and put some of the juices back in here, bro. Not a lot. Remember, if this was just purely water, it wouldn't really hydrate anything. And I say this because it's not really the water that's that feels juicy in your mouth. Matter of fact, it's gonna feel dry if you put water in there. But this already has a whole bunch of fat in there, and that's what you're gonna want, right? The fattier it is, the more moist it's gonna be, and that's what you're gonna want. Now that everything is nice and good, we're gonna go ahead and seal it back up, leave it at good temperature. All right, boys, you guys know what time it is. Let's go ahead and get this barbacoa. Oh, bro, look at that, bro. Look at that, bro. All right, tortilla time. So we're gonna get some of this right over here, bro. Don't be shy with it, man. There's a whole bunch in here. What was it, 6 pounds worth? Yeah, man. There's plenty in here. Now, you can do this over winter time. Any time that you want is always good for barbacoa time. Now, we're going to put some of this salsa right over here. And we're going to put some of this salt right over here too. Some people will be like, I don't like it because it's too salty. Well, you know what? That's why I always salt afterwards, man, because not everybody's taste bud is going to be the same. Now, let's go ahead and get it going. The sear that we gave it earlier at the very beginning gives it a nice hint of that char, smokish flavor type deal. Works very, very well. Let's get another bite. Bro. Honestly, man, if you have a Lodge or even a regular pot or whatever, you can go ahead and do this yourself, no problem. Again, tongue, cheek, it's hard to come by. And if you do find it, it's going to be expensive. Or if you decide to order it, brisket is all over the place. You can cut it in half. You can get a select brisket, one that's like $22 or whatever. And this is all you need, man. I mean, this will feed a whole lot of people. I think down here, at least, we order by a pound, right? So whenever we buy 1 pound worth of barbacoa, that usually feeds about 4, maybe 5 people, right? So this is 6 pounds. It's gonna feed a lot of people, man. So definitely something that you wanna try out. Say a weekend, grandkids, kids come over or whatever, and you wanna make something for them, this is it, bro, right over here. Get some cilantro, some onion if you really want to. That's it, man. Keep it nice and warm right here in the Lodge, bro. This thing is so amazing, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, it does what it needs to do, and you can't beat a good classic right here, man. They're meant to last pretty much forever, as long as you don't mess it up. But yeah, man, pretty awesome. So that's what it is, guys. If you want to try barbacoa but don't have really much access to tongue or cheek or whatever, this is going to be your best option. Now, for those that do want to do the tongue and cheek, I have a video right over here. And it's pretty simple, no fuss, no muss type deal. Very traditional, good flavor. But again, this is usually meant for someone that is on the road or maybe wants to try something, at least something as similar as possible without breaking the bank or having to order or anything like that. This is going to be 100% for you guys. So give it a shot. Let me know your thoughts on it. If you wanna see the Lodge a little bit more, leave a comment in the comment section below, and we'll go ahead and get you going. Until next time, guys, be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Later, guys.